driveway on my left here, about 10 years old. During this time it's been sealed once, so both projects need to be treated slightly differently. If we look at the surfaces, you can see it's in generally very good condition, but we have a little bit of surface deterioration here. A few sort of oily marks, and underneath you can see the base colour of the concrete coming through and the secondary colour wearing away. Now this would have been caused by maybe the stone, the aggregate in the tyres coming across. It's rubbed that secondary colour away. But if we take a little bit of water and just make an area wet, you can see generally the colour looks a lot better, but you can still see these areas to a degree. And a good thing before you buy any materials or make any decisions on your own driveway is to make it wet, because a lot of people think that they look out the window, maybe their driveway appears to be fading, but generally it's not that the actual colour is fading, it's just the sealer is coming to the end of its lifespan. So the rule of thumb, how it looks when it's wet is how it will look when it's sealed. And what you don't want to be doing is unnecessarily using colour in your sealer. This deterioration here, this is the base colour of the concrete, and to a certain degree a little bit of colour has been added to the sealer here, which has left a film on the surface, and this deterioration has been caused by vehicles moving across the sealer with a little bit of aggregate in the tyres, and that aggregate basically scratching the surface. Now personally, I would suggest, if that's the only deterioration that your driveway has experienced, I would be possibly not using any colour at all in the sealer, or maybe just a tiny amount, because as you can see from the example here, where it's wet, it doesn't look too bad, it looks pretty good. So you don't want to overcomplicate things. You can always do things a little bit differently in the future, but a rule of thumb is if it looks nice when it's wet, keep it simple and just apply a clear sealer.